Hi, it's Chef and Builder Janie Pendleton. We're back in the kitchen. It's about 11:30 at night and I'm preparing tomorrow for a big day of canning. And I want to prepare everything the night before so I can get a full straight swing on it as soon as I wake up in the morning. So I'll eat a quick breakfast and just start at it. So all of my jars over here, I've got, because I have a glass top stove, my stove manufacturer said no to a tall canner. So I have a Presto canner. I can't do the American canner, but I can do the Presto canner because the flat bottom suits for the glass top surface of my stove. And I can't do anything too heavy, especially with the large spans of my glass top there. Since my canning burner is in the middle, that's a lot of weight here in the middle of the stove. This is the canner that I can go with. So it'll hold 7 quarts and 9 pints. This pot, however, you'll notice is just a typical stock pot. It just has my glass dome lid with the same steam vent. And this is a 16 quart. And that is a 16 quart. It's 14 to this line and then 16 to the top. Now, you've seen me use this many of times for both water bath canning and for when I'm making large batches of soups and things or sauces and I'm going to can them up. Well, to get more than one canner going on my larger size stove, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use my 2 hottest burners that have the most even heat, and I'm going to be using these for my canning. Now, a lot of people don't realize, but their stove burner sizes, some of the burner rings are for simmer and some of them are for braising. So I mean, you've got different burner settings that your stove manufactures. So read your stove directions and find out which burner is your most even heat setting, because especially in pressure canning, you don't want that heat to come down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So some stoves were not meant for canning. So again, call your stove manufacturer and ask them about your model of your stove. And before you purchase a stove, make sure that it's okay to can on it. Now, of course, we know a gas stove, that's fine. But you'll still get some simmer burners on a gas stove, and you'll still get some larger burners on the number of BTUs that it puts out. So, so the smaller ones would be the ones you'd probably put your lids on, and and just keep your lids hot and your rings hot. The other burners, of course, would be for sterilizing your jars. Another burner would be for the actual water bath processing. So that's a little bit about stoves. I haven't had a gas stove in a few years because my last 2 houses have had this stove itself, which I just love. It's my Sears Elite stove, and they quit making it probably maybe 9 years ago. And I got the last 2 stoves probably that they sold. I got one I was going to use for parts, but it got given away. So I got this one. So I hope I don't ever need parts for it. So I do not want to break the glass top on this, because replacing it, I was told, would probably be over $500 now, just because they'd have to make it for the stove. So be very cautious when using a glass top stove and canning. Do not put an American canner on your glass top. I definitely don't recommend it unless your stove company says it's okay. I wouldn't recommend it. This is an aluminum one, and it's lightweight. And of course, my food's never going to touch anything in the pot, so that's the only time that I would cook with aluminum, especially with high acid foods. All my pots are stainless steel. They can be aluminum or ironclad bottoms, or however you want to do the bottoms, or copper clad bottoms. That's fine, because your food's not going to touch that part. So any high acidic food, like well, tomatoes aren't super high, but pasta, tomato sauces, orange juices, anything, lemon juices, anything that's really going to pull acid from the aluminum, then it's high in toxicity, and you're not supposed to use that. So I've had some people ask me about their aluminum pots. Don't throw them out, but just don't let your food touch aluminum. They're still good for canning and for water bath canning, getting the jars for getting the jars, because there's no acidic food in them yet. Acidic food has to touch the aluminum for it to raise its, for it to be toxic, okay? And some people will argue that. That's fine, but being a scientist, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you on it. I don't feel comfortable with it, and I've seen some lab results that I'm not comfortable with, and so is my husband. So we put all the Magnolite pans, we got rid of all that. And so I have one Magnolite pan left, and from when we got married, many years ago. So I hope this helps you talk a little bit about how to use your glass top with a canner, and how to watch your weights so you don't break that glass top, okay? Please hit the like button, show your support. The like button is free for you to hit, and we don't get paid for you hitting the like button. We just really need to know that we're bringing you the content that you're enjoying and watching now. So that lets us know that you're watching and that you want more videos like this. Be sure and subscribe, because we're going to be bringing a lot of these videos out to you. We have many made, and we're going to be uploading a lot of videos in the next couple of weeks.